Hey everyone, so a while back I reviewed the white color version of this, but it had a scratch on the back. It was sold as, it was used, but sold as new. So I thought I'd try the black one. So this is from the mini series. It's called, the black colorway is called Cannone, but the casting is called UFO, but it's clearly inspired by a Lambo LP400. The 400S has the gold revolver wheels, but the first version doesn't have the fender flares, so it's kind of a mix of the two. And here's the blurb about the company. They make children's toys, but very high quality children's toys. So a cardboard box is good for the planet. It's going to have some foam though to protect the paint from scratches. And if I could open this, there's no finger pull on this side. Alright, so yeah, the foam is good. Paper is abrasive, so you don't want paper touching your products. The shipping vibration. And this thing is just a magnet for fingerprints, as you can see. So let me just touch the tires. Okay, well, yeah, so you can hopefully see some inspiration there. Yeah, and then the revolver wheels here. Very cool. Doesn't have the NACA duct or anything like that, but it's not supposed to be a Lambo. That's why it's called a UFO. And my fingerprints again. So the body is so shiny because it's clear coated. Some sort of, I think, a UV clear coat. And yeah, you can see the reflection of my LED above us. Very impressive. I think it's smart they don't have any windows because they would just get it all scratched up being a toddler toy. And for me, it's just, even just wiping it with cloth, you know, you're gonna get micro scratches. So yeah, definitely don't use paper. Paper's abrasive. Don't use paper towels. Use a microfiber. Alright, so you got these really thick tires with the Playforever branding debossed in there. The gold wheels are actually not clear coated. They're like a matte finish, or maybe they're matte clear coated, but no center cap, just the holes in them. And look how far sunken in the tires are. It's really cool. And when you get to this size of a model, you can have, you know, rolling and still sunken in tires. So yeah, you got this little chamfer of a character line, kind of reminiscent of an F40, but it's on this casting here. And then on the bottom, if you buy this without packaging in the future, you can get an idea of what it is. It should really say model UFO. The series is mini. Okay, and then well, unfortunately it just says first edition. It doesn't tell you when this was made. A lot of the other ones tell you a year. Well, I guess you know it's a first edition, kind of like a book. And then you have these printed on tailpipe indications. They're gold paint, and they're under the clear coat, which is really cool. The fitment of the gold to the black is very tight, not much of a gap there, no gap there. It is screwed together, and you could take it apart, but I see no reason to right now. There's probably a metal weight in this. It is very heavy, and you got some basic treads here on these really grippy tires. But the tires are a little bit domed, so let me show you what it's designed to do. It makes a funky noise, those treads. Anyways, it rolls perfectly. It rolls nice and straight. It's so heavy that it's just a rolling toy. It feels good to roll, I guess. So the bumper here is just this grainy matte raw plastic. A little color variation from the glossiness here. And then these little light covers or light indications are painted gold. We have a saddle brown interior, and then we have a really Daft Punk looking like helmet in there. I don't know that character's name in Daft Punk, but that looks like his helmet, right? Alright, so very neat. And then you have the matte grain window frame here, just this, not painted. Same with these vents. It's just, I think, raw plastic with this grainy finish. Same with these three vents here. They're recessed quite a bit. And then the back we have UFO, and this is painted, but it's got a grain texture to it. Yeah, so my other one had a bunch of little scratches there, so it's unfortunate. But this one definitely seems new. I don't see any scratches. It's just riddled with my fingerprints now. Yeah, okay. So that white one, let me back out. Yeah, I clear coated this. I mean, I ceramic coated this, so the scratches are a little less visible there now. But there's no way that would have left the factory like that. So they really need to switch over to taping their boxes so people know if they're buying a new product or not. The rest of it's fine though. So quite a contrast between the black, white, and silver and the black, brown, and gold. It's kind of like Spy versus Spy. That was an old Mad Magazine cartoon, right? So if you remember that stuff and you like Lambos, you might want to pick up both of them. Very cool. Let's get this out of here. And there's another black and gold livery I have here. This is the Ken, and this colorway is called Cave. And this is clearly inspired by a Ford GT40. So black and gold is a very common theme with this Playforever brand, it seems. They have a midi-size Rufus, and they have a F1 car, a turbo F1, and I think also the Velocita also come in black and gold. So yeah, if you like these colorways, so does this brand. It's interesting, this is a different color plastic than that one as well. So they're not using all the same color plastics. Alright. Finally got my fingerprints off of that, and look, it is just shiny. It's reflecting me, it's reflecting everything in this room. So it's perfect. It's nice. These Playforevers, just nothing to complain about. Just all goodness. It's a little big for my channel, but I like them enough that I'm going to buy every one of their car castings. So thank you for watching. We'll see you whenever they come out with a new one. Alright, bye.